What's good, y'all? It's your boy Untamed. Yeah, boy. Coming at you live for another episode of the Man What Podcast.
What?
Man
What?
What? Face ass. I'm here with my boy Khalil Jamal. It go down every time we touch this mic, man. How you feeling?
That's a complex question, brother, but in short, I feel great.
Ooh. I don't like the patience that you took to tell me how you feeling, my boy.
It's a complex life, brother, but in summation, I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling great. I can't even lie. I'm feeling good as hell. Your boy got some salmon in the damn oven.
Okay, good.
You feel me? Little asparagus, little
good, bro. Good.
rice.
Good, bro.
You know what I mean? If y'all ain't know, man, your boy basically a professional cook, man. I really need a restaurant. Anybody that come through, eat the cooking, you know what I mean? They be finger licking, you feel me? So if you didn't know, I am Chef Untamed.
Ooh, okay. Untamed
But anyway,
man.
yeah.
Come on, go ahead and get you a little truck, bruh.
I'm feeling
Go
great.
ahead and get
you know what I mean? I'm gonna
Go
open me
ahead
up a
and get
restaurant.
you a truck, man. Don't even open up a building. Just get you a little truck, pull up on the block. You know what I'm saying? Get the
Man, trucks for niggas
you
and Mexicans.
tripping.
I'm opening up
You
a
tripping.
restaurant.
Start with that truck, bruh.
Tripping,
Start with that truck.
You only open up a truck when you can't open up a restaurant.
If you know Houston food culture, bro, you know that a lot of those restaurants that are buildings now, they started out as food trucks, bro. That's how they built the hype up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out Miko's.
Yeah, but you gotta have your LLC and your credit together, and you could just jump straight to the restaurant,
true,
baby.
I mean, but shit, a lot of people just, they try to keep that overhead down initially. You know what I mean? So they ain't spending too much with the truck as much as you would spend with a building, getting that paper up so they could get a nice little building and, operate like that. But shit, Untamed.
It's called a business loan, baby. All you need is
Untamed
credit. Come
Eats.
on, let's teach them, baby.
Coming soon, man. Shout out to the boy. Shout out to the boy. But what you say you had in the oven? You got some salmon, some asparagus, some rice. My boy eating healthy now.
Know what I mean? Some rice, all that.
Okay.
You feel me? So we doing big things over here. We finna eat like
I ain't mad at that.
Like kings and queens on this side.
Sir.
You feel me?
Yes, sir. Well, we're gonna start with some music today, man. It's a heavy docket.
Before we start, make sure y'all hit that like button right now. Go ahead and like this video before we get to the end. Go ahead and put your little comment down. Matter of fact, slide your ass on over to the TikTok, the Man What TikTok, and go leave a comment on one of them videos. This is Gam Gam's favorite podcast, so make sure you share it with your grandma. Throw us on the big screen. Appreciate everybody that watches.
Damn, I look great on it.
Now let's get into some topics.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. I be watching the podcast back on the TV, man.
It looks great. Like, come on,
calling me handsome. But we appreciate everybody tuning in, tapping in. The shorts on YouTube is going up. Subscribe to the YouTube. Fuck with us on the TikTok. Obviously the Instagram. And man. Tap in. How y'all feeling out there? I just want to ask y'all how y'all feeling. This is a moment in time where we point the camera at y'all. And I know Brian gonna clip this up. How are you feeling today? I hope you feeling good. I hope you had a good meal. I hope you had some good sleep. Maybe you got some good loving going on, platonic or unplatonic. I just hope you doing good out there, man. Or a woman.
All right, Mr. Rogers. Hello, neighbor. Ass boy. Stop
Niggas
it.
hating because I'm trying to check on the audience. Niggas hating because I'm trying to check on the audience. I'm trying to see how the people. I'm trying to check the temperature.
Hello, neighbor.
I'm trying to check the temperature. See how the people feeling. But anyway. Dog, man. It seems like there's a lot of turmoil going on in the world of rap right now, man. In the world of women rap, and
turmoil. What you mean?
Yeah, man. They saying Cardi is falling from that top 5 position, bruh.
I mean, she really hasn't dropped any music lately. I mean, she hasn't dropped another album. Where we at? 1? Like, come on, man. And before we do that, Cardi, I heard what you said about Joe. Joe wasn't bashing you, bruh. Joe wasn't bashing you, bruh. We need some fucking music. How about that? How about you get behind the mic and drop an album, all right? I've been saying it. I done said it a couple pods before, but I'm already tired of that because you could get online, you could troll, you could make fun of everything and blah, 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 blah. Drop the damn album, Cardi. Drop the album. Stop playing with these people. You got the nerve to get up there and say that Joe was bashing you and that all he does is talk shit. But the fact of the matter is, we wouldn't be talking shit if you drop the album, Cardi B.
6 years
drop
is
it.
A long ass time, bro.
6 years. So you just gonna eat off one album for 6 years? That's how you feel? So fuck your fans, huh? Fuck us. Fuck us. We don't need nothing. You just gonna go jump on Glorilla song. Who needs an album when you could just go jump on Meg's song, right?
Do you think that
doesn't make sense?
Do you think that counts as her dropping music though? Like hopping on other people's song?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't count. That's not her song, bro.
Even if
it's
she
not
has
her song.
Do you
As a matter of fact, the Glorilla song, the Glorilla song was already popping before Cardi jumped on it. If you really want to get technical,
before Cardi jumped on that joint.
Like, come on.
And so was Put It on the Floor. So if y'all want to say that she had the best verses on those songs, I'm not mad at y'all. But what I'm saying is those songs were already those songs before she got on them.
She ain't write them though. So, and not saying that that's a problem that she didn't write it. You know what I mean? But man, I'm not counting those features because first of all, it's not like you came back from a hiatus and you just wrote your heart out. No.
I think
you have writers. We need an album.
I think that a feature run is only valid if you're dropping albums in between that. Like there was a point in time where, well, obviously the most legendary feature run is Lil Wayne. That's obviously the most legendary feature run. But after that 2007 feature run, he dropped Carter 3. So you could go.
This is the
so
Carter.
You could go on a legendary feature run, but I think in order to stay afloat, you also have to drop an album while you're doing that feature run. Same thing with J. Cole. Same thing with Drake. All these people who've had notable feature runs, they were also dropping albums in between. So I think that with an artist like Cardi, it doesn't look like the traditional feature run because you're not dropping albums. It looks like you're just jumping on the hot song for the time. So that's why I think a lot of people,
and that works for everybody else. But
that's why I think a lot of people are beginning to critique because it's like, hey, you're jumping on songs that we already love and we love you, but this is not enough to sustain our love for you and keep you in that top 5 conversation because we could name 6 or 7 women rappers who have had
more successful years than she has the past 2, 3, 4 years.
Like even Flomilli caught a couple. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, at some point you gotta bunker down and make something that the people love. And I'm not saying that she hasn't, because she's dropped her own singles too. Like she dropped Bongos. Obviously, it just didn't work. Enough was a fire record, but Enough, ironically, wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you have so many rappers in the ecosphere now that your records can get drowned out easily because you're not the sound anymore. Sexy Red is the sound. Glorilla is the sound. Nicki is still the bar. Doja Cat is still a bar in this. Meg is continuously dropping. Even through all of her turmoil, she stayed dropping music. So with Cardi, it's like, yo, we looking at you tell these women rappers, I'm better than you, you're more successful, you did this, you did that.
Yeah.
But you have to drop your album. And we love Cardi. This is not.
It's almost like she thinks that she's too big. You know what I mean? It's almost like cause every verse that she drops is, oh, these bitches is this, and I got this, and y'all still got the little one, and I got the big one, and blah blah blah. But it's like, okay, so you think that you're too big and you're too high and mighty to fall from grace? Like, you think that just because you did have some super duper smash hits, which I'm sure you're still eating off of, but this is, I feel, a matter of fact, I explained this a couple of pods ago. I feel like Cardi B is just too comfortable. She dropped her super duper songs that did great, got her millions of dollars. She was eating, but then she just became complacent, right? She made her millions, and she bought her mansion. Now she chilling, you know, and just how you said, there's so many other acts out here as far as women that this is not the time to chill. If you don't hurry up and drop your album, Cardi, you are gonna fall out of the top 5
because the sound. You know
changes. What I mean?
There's like even think about a record like Bodak Yellow, and then you pair that with what's Glorilla's latest single, the TGIF record. Sound wise, those are even different. You know what I mean? And Cardi could write a verse for TGIF and it could go fire, right? It could be fire, right? But the thing is, again, is you hopping on someone's record. It just looks, at a certain point in time, it starts to look like wave riding. And I don't think hip hop fans respect that. Like, we don't respect wave riding.
It's time.
You coming out and having your thing and being like, yo, that's that Cardi sound. That's that.
It's time for a Cardi album, bro. It's time. Like, even I don't care what you gotta do. I don't care if you gotta promote it for 6 months. You need to drop an album, Cardi. You're on the clock. I'm calling it. You're on the clock, Cardi.
And this is and the
we
thing
need
is,
an album immediately.
And let me say this, bro. I think this is not exclusive to Cardi. Like, before Nicki dropped her last album, Nicki was on the clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were like, but she dropped, and she did phenomenal. My point is, this is not exclusive to Cardi. Everybody goes through this. Nicki was on the clock.
All Cardi really needs, bruh.
Meg was on the
clock.
All
she needs to come back is a Rihanna feature.
Like, you have.
She just need a Rihanna feature.
That won't even work. I think that would. I think the right song could work, but I don't think Rihanna steps out of her world to give Cardi a feature. I think if Rihanna steps out of her world to give anybody a feature, I think it's Nicki. Bro. I think it has to be that level.
Nah. I don't think she's giving it to
You think she'd give it to Cardi before Nicki?
I think she would give it to Cardi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, shit.
Yeah. I think that she'll give it to Cardi before her because her label would pay her the big bag that she's going to require to get that feature.
I still think.
Not saying that Nicki wouldn't, but Nicki doesn't need that.
I still think it'll be Nicki, but Nicki the only reason why I'm like, okay, it might not be Nicki.
Rihanna doesn't even fuck with Nicki.
They got music. I didn't know they didn't fuck with each other.
Yeah, Rihanna don't fuck with Nicki, man.
This is news to me.
What?
I'm not super into the intertwinings of. I thought they had music together. They both two of the biggest artists, you know. But for me, I just think right now Nicki's not in the album cycle. Cardi is in the album cycle. So if her label did want to do that, then I think they should go try to grab Rihanna. I just don't think Rihanna's stepping out of her world to give Cardi a feature personally.
Man, I think if they pay Rihanna the right bag, that she'll jump on a hook.
Maybe
she don't need a verse or nothing. I think she'll jump on a hook.
You know who I think. You know who I also think Rihanna will step out for at this point. I think she'll step out for Kendrick. She'll step out for another Kendrick record, for sure. They already got a Grammy together.
She'll step off for Kendrick,
for sure.
Rihanna is too high and mighty doing her thing. But my point behind that was that Cardi at this point needs like a super feature. She needs that song. She needs another hit. That's what I'm really getting at. She needs another smash hit. If she drops anything else that's subpar, then like I said, she's falling out of the top 5.
What would be the quintessential? I'm
tired of recycling the same old Cardi shit.
The same feature records. And again, it's not like she hasn't dropped music, but you have to drop that album because you're on the.
Or she can make up with Nicki.
That would be big.
She could make up with Nicki. A Nicki Minaj Cardi B song smash.
Nicki ain't
smash.
Gone. And to the Nicki fans out there, I want y'all to, if y'all see this, again, I know Brian gonna clip this up. Nicki fans, she not going. I know she not going. And y'all could tell us in the comments she ain't going. But I know for a fact, Nicki is not hopping on no Cardi record, bruh. It's not happening.
That's what I'm saying. It would take something astronomical. It'll take something extravagant for Cardi to get back on her shit.
I agree.
Like,
I
honestly.
agree.
You know, if she drops an album, it's gonna do decent because, like I said, she signed to the label and they have millions behind her. So it's gonna do 100.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for her to do good, like, cause I feel like 100 for Cardi is a given. You know what I mean? Like, that's not even the bar. The bar is like 160.
You know what's crazy?
175.
And you might get on my ass for this, but I don't think Cardi breaks 100.
I think she does. Even if they boost her numbers and they do the boss, they're not gonna let her not sell 100.
That may be true.
That
may be true.
They're not gonna let her do that.
The system
it's millions
of
dollars behind
the system
Cardi
may
B,
not
bro.
let her do 100, but I think if it just came to Cardi dropping an album today, I don't think she's far off from 100. But I was gonna say like 85.
Hell no.
85
because there would be so much hype behind it. Bruh, her label is ready to put bread behind the album. You know what I mean? This isn't just this is Cardi B we're talking about, one of the top people on her label. They even probably gave her 20 million, 30 million. You know what I mean? They're not gonna let her flop, is what I'm saying. Even if they gotta bot it out, even if they gotta buy view, even if they gotta buy YouTube ads and revenue and all of this shit, they're not gonna let Cardi flop, bro. They're not. She herself is just scared to not do what I'm telling you, because that's what I expect from Cardi. I expect a 160, 175K first week, because nigga, she that bitch. Cardi that bitch. You know what I mean?
I think she's afraid to not do as much as Nicki, because Nicki did like 180 first week, damn near 200,000 records first week. That's, especially in today's era, that's solid numbers, bruh. 180 is like, oh, you did that. You know what I mean? And I think with Cardi, she's trying to catch one. Bruh, Nicki done caught damn near like 10 on her last album. Not 10, but like 4 or 5. Like,
yeah, but Nicki's, bro, if you really want to get technical, Nicki's bigger than Cardi. You feel me? Like, I know people always want to compare them because at the time Cardi had her big single and whatever, but bro, let's not get it twisted. Nicki is bigger than Cardi, and Cardi is not gonna outdo Nicki, bro. Like, come on, Nicki is bro. She's the best female lyricist.
Of course, I agree.
You feel me? She's the best female rapper, bro. Like, Nicki's not gonna outdo Cardi. I mean, the opposite. Cardi's not gonna outdo Nicki, bro. She's not. No matter, in no way, shape, or form, because Nicki has more organic fans. She has more organic fans than Cardi does. Cardi's fans have been diluted between Meg and
Glorilla, Sexy Red,
Glorilla and Flomilli and Latto and all of these people. That's why I'm saying, like, Cardi needs to recongeal, bruh. She's let herself spread out too thin. Now all her fans are Latto and all these other female rappers.
Nah, I agree. I definitely agree with that. And Nicki's fans have been baked in for like 10 plus years now. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just again Nicki fans. Or it's not just Nicki versus Cardi. Like this is people who are diehard Nicki fans. Like, and I don't think Cardi has diehards, but it's different with Nicki, man. And we seen it on tour. Like, if you seen clips from Nicki's tour, like Nicki is she's a different level.
Which, like I'm saying, I'm sure Cardi is comparable though. You know what I mean? As far as like, if she does drop an album and there is a couple of songs on there that are received well, bruh, her tour is gonna do good too. You know what I mean? I just feel like Cardi just needs to step out. She herself is scared to drop, bruh. She's not confident in herself, no matter what's going on in her life or whatever. I don't know. But she herself is not confident. If she drops an album, I believe it will do decent, right? Depending on if there's a good song. It might do great depending on if there's a good song on there or a good couple of songs, you know? But like I said, she just needs to find herself. Cardi, you on the clock.
I do think she's on the clock. We need an
album immediately.
Like, she's definitely on the clock. And I do think she'll deliver, man. I think Cardi has enough people around her, enough good musical ears around her to deliver at least a decent project. So
I don't doubt it.
Cardi, again, we waiting for you, and like he said, I do believe you're on the clock, because that top 5 in terms of women rap, they are gunning for it. Latto is gunning for it. Flomilli is gunning for it. Glorilla is gunning for it. Sexy Red is gunning for it, and they're not stopping. You know what I mean? So I think you got to take into consideration that the competition is thick right now. You know what I mean? So if you want to continue to be in that top 5, continue to get that same show rate, continue to get those same rates, you got to deliver. You know what I mean? And if you don't deliver, you at least got to see where the bar is so you could work around it. Like, I think, personally, Cardi should maybe just drop like an EP. Like, drop something with like 7, 8 songs just to throw out there and test the waters. Like, maybe it shouldn't be a full length at this point, but just give us 7 or 8 new songs we never heard before. And
I feel like we passed the point of an EP, bruh. It's been 6 years since her last album. We don't want an EP. We want the full-fledged thing. We want the budget. We want the wardrobe. We want the tour to follow it. We don't want just some EP that she throws out. It's been 6 years. Like, you haven't come up with a good sounding album in 6 years, and supposedly you're a musician. And that's what I'm getting at with Cardi. Maybe from the beginning she wasn't really like a musician. You know what I mean? She was a TV star and I think that's the stripper point. And all of this other stuff, and then she just caught a hit. That's what it is. She caught a hit and then went on a run. That's what it is. And then her run, she let it die down, and now, like I said, bro, we don't need an EP. The fans aren't going to accept that, bro.
Maybe
the full
even if
album.
it's not an EP, give us a short album where it's like at least 10, 12 songs that we've never heard. I think that's enough. I literally think that's enough.
Yeah, but then that would be an album, so that's what. That's what I'm saying.
Like, so again, Cardi, we think you're on the clock. We also think that, you know, you can recover. Like, we seen Nicki not drop an album for 5 years, and she came back and smoked that shit. I'm not saying she's on the same level as Nicki, but what I am saying is she has enough resources around her to get the job done. So, just to put a button in this, Cardi, it's that time. It's that time. It is that time. So
I agree. Get your ass in the studio and make us
for sure.
Anyway, I'm tired of talking about Cardi.
Sure. But I kind of wanted to talk about like the hypocritical nature of women hip hop, cause I seen like an argument on the timeline Because Cardi did drop a verse on the new Rob 49 song. And it's a super vulgar verse. Like, she just talking about, it's like the pussy rap and like my pussy better than your. And people were saying that they're tired of this sound, right? And I just want to point out the hypocrisy. Because y'all say y'all tired of this sound. Y'all say this sound is getting old. Y'all say y'all is getting dated, right? But y'all don't support the quote unquote real rap from women. Like, y'all don't, like, I don't see y'all supporting Tierra Whack like that. I don't see y'all supporting No Name like that. The majority of women, harsh truth here, want the pussy rap. They want the ratchet rap. Like, I don't think y'all are being truthful when y'all say y'all are tired of this. Because if y'all truly were, the numbers were reflected in terms of like balance when it comes to rappers who don't necessarily rap about that and rappers who and women rappers who do rap about that. I don't and it's the same thing with the WNBA, because years ago, right, they were like, oh, look at the pay disparity, like look at the difference between pay. And it's because when it comes to sports, men show up for sports. Women don't show up for sports the same way that men do. Until recently, where we got Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, now they're more into sports, which leads me to, which is why the WNBA was able to land that media deal that's worth up to $200 million a year. Now we're gonna start seeing WNBA players get more money because y'all are supporting. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with women rap. If we see more people supporting the Tierra Whacks, the Rhapsodies, the No Names, the people who actually kind of put a different perspective on the art that's not just what the masses are, then we would mention those rappers more. We would. But y'all not supporting it like that. And then y'all talk about how we could do it, but there are conscious rappers that we fuck with on a mass scale. We seen it with Kendrick. We seen it with J. Cole. We seen it with early Kanye. We seen it with early Jay-Z. We supported that, and then they were able to elevate to a level where the masses loved them. Y'all don't do the same for women rappers. Y'all don't. The highest that it's got for a conscious woman rapper, quote unquote, is Lauryn Hill. We haven't seen it since. But that's because that music was able to transcend just women, and men listen to it too. So again, I feel like if y'all support it more, then we would talk about it more. But y'all don't support it like that. Y'all just gotta keep it a buck. Y'all gotta keep it a beam, man. Keep it 100. Y'all don't fuck with the conscious women rap. Y'all don't. So I just wanted to say my piece on that. What you think?
I feel like they don't need to support conscious women rap. What it is that there is a culture now of, well, I feel like it's dying down a little bit, but a few years ago, there was a culture of city girls. There was a culture of fuck a nigga, take his money, buy me this, buy me that, buy me that, buy me that, right? And it turned a lot of the younger girls that were 16, 17, 18 that are now 23 and 24, right? It turned a lot of their thinking around, and it made them like that kind of music, right? As far as the vulgarness, as far as the well, let's just take Cardi. She dropped that verse on Rob 49 stuff, and you see that it's vulgar and this and that, right? But I feel like that's coming from like the Sexy Red type of thing. Sexy Red is real vulgar with it and nasty with it and all of this other shit, right? And a lot of even Meg. A lot of times when my girl is playing Meg Thee Stallion, I have to turn it off because all she talks about is her pussy, and all she talks about is fuck a nigga, and she's basically championing being a hoe, right? And I feel like just that rap in itself, I'm tired of that shit. Like back in the day when we did have music, we had more genres of rap. We had more genres of hip hop. Now it's like if you're a woman rapper, you have to be a freaky hoe slut, right? In order to get on. Now, what you're saying with the conscious thing, I think a lot of those it's it's not just about being conscious, right? It's about being cool. It's about saying the right things. It's about having the right image, right? And a lot of these girls that are consuming the music, because now we're in the age of streaming, right? So the people consuming the music aren't just adults, bro. Sure. It's a lot of kids, and the kids see and hear all of this sexy red and this and that. But like I said, that culture was started with the city girl shit. Right? And since that is empowering a lot of women, just how you said, a lot of them don't want the more conscious shit, because a lot of women in their everyday lives, that's their thought process. They want to be slutty and they want to be loose and they want to party and have fun and this and that. But what you said with your analogy with the WNBA, I don't feel like I do. I feel like people weren't watching before because there wasn't no superstars, right? And now that with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese and a lot of these other girls that just came into the NBA, now they're stars to go on with it. It's the same thing with rap. Like, the stars of the female hip hop are those type of people, are those hoes and sluts and my pussy this and my pussy that. And that is what's fueling, just how you said, now people are coming to watch. Well, now people are coming to watch women. Before the city girl thing, there was only a few women rappers that were coming through. Nicki, Cardi, you know what I mean? You could just name them. It's probably maybe 10, but now any woman can do this shit. As long as you have a BBL and blah, 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 you can just get up and talk about your pussy and all of this other shit, and women will gravitate towards it, because we're in the BBL era. We're in the fuck a nigga take his money era. We're in the let's go take a trip era, and this and that and that and that, right? But what I do want to say is I do feel like a lot of that is dying down, and I feel like it is getting old to a lot of people. Maybe not to the extent that we want it to, and maybe not as fast as we want it to, but I feel like women are getting tired of that. It's not a big enough wave yet to where they completely stop it, right? Because there's always going to be that niche of people or women that listen to that type of music. We talking about even the older women, Trina's and Kaya's and all of these other people that were making music like that. There's a place for that, but it's become mainstream now.
And I just think the content, me personally, I think the content is just low hanging fruit. It's like how niggas will hop on the song.
Yeah, but it's like the swag. It's like the swag rap for men,
And I was gonna say that. And I was gonna say that. It's the low hanging fruit. The same way.
That's the equivalent to that.
Exactly. And that's why I wanted to say that, because I didn't want to just make it a women thing, because there's low hanging fruit content in rap. Like, if you talk about the Draco, you talk about blah 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 shooting this shit up, like. Or if you talk, like, it's easy content to kind of like get people into the thing. So I think the same way that like the hardcore or the drill rap is kind of like the low hanging fruit for the dude rappers, it's the same thing with the pussy rap for the women rappers. It's low hanging fruit. It's gonna get people to pay attention, because I think now we're in an era where rappers aren't in love with music. They're in love with getting famous and getting rich. It's a ploy to get famous and get rich, which by all means, do your hustle. But for the people who love music, bring back rappers and musicians who actually love music, because those are the ones who are always going to persevere. Like, we don't question whether a Drake album is going to be good. Like, we don't question whether the quality of a Kendrick album is going to be good. We don't question whether the quality of a Kanye, J. Cole, Nicki, we don't question whether the quality of that shit is going to be good, because we know that these are musicians who love music. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like even with Cardi, it's like you said, she caught a lick. You know what I mean? And man, maybe she got into the music business and seen that, yo, there's so much that comes with this shit. I really don't even like this. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what a lot of, unfortunately, a lot of people, or a lot of the women rappers, they get in the game, and a lot of even the drill rappers, they get in the game, like, they don't actually love music. They like the fact that you can get rich off of music. So
exactly. If you listen to a lot of any of their interviews, they like, man, I never even wanted to be no rapper. I just got out of jail. I went to the studio. My homeboy told me to freestyle on some shit, and I posted it on YouTube, and that shit just went up. And ever since then, I've been taking it serious. I've been rapping for 4 months now.
That turns the mirror at us who are fans of music too. It lets us know, yo.
But it's the younger kids. I'm telling you, bro. Ever since streaming came and YouTube and all of this, bro, it's not only the people who love actual music have to conform now. Because if you say, "Oh man, fuck like all of this shit," like, what the fuck? What you mean? You only been you sound like a hater, right? And kids are flooding the net, bro. They're flooding Apple Music. They're flooding YouTube, and they're the ones that watch this shit.
I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? Is fucked up because nigga turned. That's why a lot of them can't really sell out. Like, it's like, wait a minute, hold on, like, we've been here.
But that's why the numbers don't translate as far as concert tickets and sales and stuff like that.
On the internet, it might be big
because a lot of the people consuming this are
they can't
kids,
afford concert tickets,
and they don't buy albums because they don't have no money. Yeah. They don't go to concerts because they're not old enough, but they will stream your shit.
That's true. That is very much so true.
They will make it seem like you're important because with social media, everything is about numbers now. It's about the amount of likes you get and the amount of shares and comments and engagement and numbers, 100%. numbers, right? That's all it is. But people got to realize that this internet, bro, is like... It's not real.
It doesn't
life.
Always translate.
The actual internet is not real
translate to real life.
You can get real results from it.
I remember seeing Academics on Flagrant 2, which is Andrew Schultz's podcast. And he was basically talking about how NBA YoungBoy does astronomical numbers on YouTube and like streaming, right? But he can't sell out an arena because a lot of the fans of his music are young, and those are the people who don't buy tickets. Like, they can't afford a $100 ticket, $150 ticket, which it would take to turn a profit in an arena. You know what I mean? Like, if you're doing a small venue, you could charge like $20 and they'll show up, but you're just not gonna make enough. You're not gonna make a lot of money off that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to have a higher ticket price in order for you to translate fiscally on the road.
Yeah, and I feel like just a lot of these women rappers, a lot of them are just hot online. They're hot on the internet and stuff. Not talking about like Sexy Reds and Glorillas and... You know, these are superstars, but as far as like the mid-tier, everyday YouTube, you know what I mean, 200, 300,000 per video and shit, like a lot of these females, they're not on the road. They're only getting streams, and like I said, they're the people that are influencing the kids, so that's why it's so prevalent, because the kids are easily manipulated, and when they see and they hear this and that and talking about they pussy and bad bitch, and even with the niggas when they hear my chain this and do you have this watch and this car, like, you know what I mean, they're just fooled more easily than the average person is. And that's why older music had more substance, because you actually had to be saying something, because you weren't just talking to little kids weren't allowed to listen to a lot of this shit.
I think the parents,
you know what I mean?
have
so
more
of a substance
to
grip
over what their kids were listening to. Nowadays, we got headphones, so parents don't know what their kids are listening to in their headphones. Back in the day, you had to play it out loud. So if you got that new Lauryn Hill album or that new Tupac album, you had to put it in a CD player, and it had to be played on the speaker, so your mom knew what you was listening to. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it might be unfortunately a 10, 11-year-old girl listening to a Sexy Red album, and we all know that's
and that's
what's going on.
Those are the people that are listening.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly what's going on. And I think that the audience, to get back to your main point, I think that the audience that you're talking to that doesn't want the change, I think they're younger than you think they are, and that's why they don't want to change. You know what I mean?
Because
they're fucking kids.
They're
tweens.
So they're like, this is the cool thing.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's cool to them. I feel like the older women though, like, or more, not even older, but more like just conscious, more aware of themselves. Women that are in that type of realm, I think they are tired of it, and they're tired.
I think it's getting old. You know, I think it's getting old, and I think.
But if you're the mom and that's what your daughter likes, and you're not cool unless you you know, it's become the cool thing.
Yo, if that's the case, don't be cool to your fucking kids.
But I'm tired of it too,
your fucking kids. If it has to do with like developmental shit, like listening to certain things, like you gotta lock in. Like who gives a fuck if your 10-year-old daughter thinks you're cool? Like she's gonna look back in 20 years and think that all the shit she was doing was lame anyway. So again,
I be telling my girl that shit all the time as far as the way that women rap is going. Like that shit is cool sometimes, like I said, but I'm just not
cool
a fan
I
of
think
it.
it's
Like
cool
I don't
in
just,
certain environments.
like I could sit and listen to Glorilla because she raps and shit. But as far as like a lot of these other females, like, come on, bro. You're not rapping. You're just rhyming some bullshit together and talking about your body and all this other shit. And it's just like, man, shut the fuck up.
And I think
same thing for the niggas too, though. Like all this drill and I'ma kill you and fuck the ops and blah blah blah. Man, shut the fuck up. Like, is there anything else going on in life?
It's getting old.
You know what I mean? What the fuck? I'm tired of hearing the same
y'all are
old
feeding this shit to people who are impressionable, right? Like when it comes, like y'all don't be having ops. That's the real part about it. Like niggas don't be having ops. Y'all be listening to this music and create scenarios in y'all fucking heads that y'all actually got people out trying to kill you. You're good, my nigga. You're cool. Listen to some love songs, my nigga. Go try to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for real.
Y'all don't got ops, bruh. Y'all don't. So it's like, again, it's the same thing with the men rap as it is the women rap. We all kind of need to turn the mirror and be like, yo, some of this shit, because I do think it's kids, but I also think it's you 19 to 23-year-old motherfuckers too. Like 18 to like 24. It's y'all too. Y'all impressionable as fuck too. So I don't think it's just the kids. I think there is a big part where it is the young kids and they fuck with this, right? But it's also you young niggas that are just creating scenarios in y'all fucking heads that really aren't there. You know what I mean? And if you live that life, then by all means, I understand. But if you don't, my nigga, just expand your taste, bruh. Like everything don't have to be a banger. Everything don't have to be about the ops. Like you could really find some music out there. You got a phone that you pay $10 a month for all the music in the world, but you listen to 30 songs about killing niggas all day. Like expand your palette, my nigga. You don't eat chicken every day, right? You know what I'm saying? Why? Because you just don't got the taste for it every day. Expand that taste, bruh. Expand that palette, and you might actually find some music you fuck with. You dumbass niggas. Anyway.
Yeah. I agree.
Anyway. So I wanted to say this for last because it is a little heavy. But obviously there was a police shooting in Springfield, Illinois, and a woman was shot in the face and killed. Her name is Sonya Massey. She called the police for a welfare check. She thought that somebody was outside of her house. She just wanted the police to come through and, check on it. And through body cam footage, we seen the police come. They were very hostile with her. And yeah, man, one of the cops shot and killed this woman. And what I want to say is,
that's fucking ridiculous, bro. How can a welfare check?
It is.
How can a welfare check that you called in end up with you getting killed in your own house
in cold blood like that, bro?
Like how? How? Let's really sit and think about that shit. How do I call the police? Because I want you to come help and check on something that I want you to check on, and I end up dying.
It's fucking ridiculous, my nigga. It's fucking ridiculous.
It makes no fucking sense, bro. And I'm really, honestly, bro, I'm tired of hearing about shit like this. I'm tired of seeing shit like this. It's fucking bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. The type of things that are being allowed in this country are fucking bullshit. No cop should be able. First of all, you're in my house. You shouldn't be able to shoot me here unless, like, she had a pot of water, bro, that he told her to go turn off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She had a pot of water, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the cops, I don't feel like every single cop should carry a fucking gun, bro. There should be different evaluations on which cops need to carry gun. Maybe you go and you have your sergeant with you and he's the one with the gun, and then y'all all have like tasers and shit like this. I feel like it's too much use of deadly force coming from the police side. Now, some situations definitely need deadly force.
My thing is,
this is what I don't understand about
grown men in there, and there's a woman. Now, we're socially, we're equal, but physically, we know that those two cops did not need a fucking gun if they needed to detain her, which they didn't, because she was the one who called the police. You know what I mean? But if y'all needed to detain her,
yeah, they should have more understanding about a situation.
If y'all needed to detain her, y'all
if I call you, you shouldn't come here to kill me.
But if y'all needed to detain her, if y'all needed her to be whatever, right? And through the body cam footage, we seen that y'all didn't. You just used excessive force. But y'all are two men. This is one woman. You don't need a fucking gun to detain her, or
I feel like race played a part in that too, bro. It was a black woman.
Of course.
It was a black woman. It wasn't just fucking Karen. If Karen would have called the police, they would have had way more patience and way more understanding, and they wouldn't have tried to detain her and all of this other shit. Why? First of all, why does she need to be detained?
That's my point.
My nigga, I called you to do a welfare check outside. Yeah. Why do I need to be detained?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I'm saying. You know what, bro? I feel like a lot of people, especially when you just need like a welfare check or something like that, that's what you have your sons for. That's what your husband is supposed to be for. A lot of the women, not talking about her specifically, because her situation is tragic, and that's unfair, and that's just ridiculous what happened to her. But that's what that's a lot of women say. This may be beside the point, but a lot of women say, oh, I don't need a man, I don't need this and that, I'm independent and blah blah blah. But look, in certain situations like this is where you need your husband.
Other, yo. We need each other.
This is where you need your husband.
Like,
right?
We be talking about killing the ops, killing each other, bro. We need to check on our women, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be there. We need to pull up.
This is where you needed your son.
Pull up with the thing to check on your mother because she feel unsafe, or your sister because she feel unsafe.
That's what I'm saying. We shouldn't have to rely on calling these motherfuckers. We shouldn't have to rely on calling these bitch ass motherfuckers, bro. It shouldn't be that. It shouldn't always come to, because like I said, bro, there's no fucking reason. There's no reason if I call for a welfare check that I should end up dead in the hands of the police, bro. There's no fucking reason. That shit really pisses me off, bro, because it shouldn't have ended like that. She should have, like, come on, they could have just went outside and checked, but instead they treated her like she was the problem. That shit doesn't make any sense. And that shit happens time and time again when black people call the police. Instead of police coming to help, police come to fucking judge and assess the situation. But their assessments are always that we are the problem. And that shit is fucking bullshit. And I feel like a lot of things need to change as far as the immunities and the restriction. I mean the non-restriction way that they're being basically they're just being let do whatever the fuck they want. In no way in hell would they have went to fucking a nicer neighborhood and shot fucking Karen.
And the thing is, the face.
No way.
The face.
And then what he said after, his partner, he's like, man, I'm gonna call the medic. This motherfucker said, oh no, ain't no point in calling a medic. That's a headshot. Like, bro.
That's disgusting, bro. That's fucking disgusting.
Like, bro.
And I'm glad that officer was charged, and I hope you go to fucking jail for the rest of your life, because this is not.
Fuck jail, bruh. I hope that nigga burns in hell.
He's gonna burn in hell.
He needs to be murdered, bro.
He's gonna fucking burn in hell.
He needs to be murdered, bro.
That's the thing.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, we can't just rely on police all the time.
The thing is,
we need to come together as people, bro, and put a stop to this shit.
Yes.
For real. We need to come together as a people and put a stop to this shit. This should be unacceptable, bro. If they would have went into... And this is the shit that pisses me off. If they would have went into an Asian person's home, bro, and they ended up dead, bro, there would be an uproar about this shit. Even though there is an uproar, but something would happen legally, like something.
There would be an Asian law to go into practice, like
a law. Yeah. You know what I mean? If this happened to an Indian man, there would be a law put forth to stop this from happening. But time and time again, we see it every week or every month or every other month. We keep on seeing this type of shit happen to our people, bruh, to the black community. It's like they just come and exterminate us, and what I'm saying is that they wouldn't do that to other people. They would have more restraint. They would have more patience.
There would be a lot more understanding.
This woman is home alone. This woman called you for a welfare check. How did she end up dead? How were you threatened enough to kill her, bro? Even if she did have a pot of boiling water, bro. What I was finna say, brother, there's such thing in the street as a mutual combat. And I say that to say this. In Texas, yes, you can carry your gun. But if a motherfucker comes up to you with a baseball bat, bro, you can't just shoot him. If a nigga comes up to you and punches you in the face, you can't just shoot him.
You can't.
If a motherfucker has a boiling pot of water, bro, you can't just shoot him,
bro.
Or you go to jail for murder, bro.
Shooting her in the face is fucking crazy. And
that's what I'm saying. You could have shot her leg if you had to.
You didn't have to.
Bro, she shouldn't have been shot.
You did not have to.
She shouldn't have been shot.
So
that shit is bullshit, man. Fuck those cops. Fuck all of those cops. Fuck that other cop specifically. I hope you burn in hell, bruh. I hope you burn in hell. Fuck going to jail. You need to go to hell. They need to put your ass in hell.
That's a fact, man.
For real. Somebody needs to shoot that man just how he shot that innocent woman, bro. For real. That's not fair, bro. Cops shouldn't just be able to fucking shoot you. There should be more leniency towards a situation. Like, if there's a gun, okay. If there's a knife and he's lunging at you, okay. Bro, cops are shooting people for baseball bats, and they're shooting people for fucking what they perceive as a wet box cutters and shit. Like, come on, bro. A nigga shouldn't die because he has a box cutter.
As a cop, you work a dangerous job, right? You work a very dangerous job. Sure. Something like that is not worth using that type of force. Now, if people are shooting at you, by all means, use your weapon. You're in there with a woman, bruh.
But a helpless woman
that was already afraid.
Check,
she called the cops because she was fucking afraid, and then she had a real reason to be afraid when y'all showed up.
Exactly. So it's like little did she know, she didn't call somebody to help her. She called a fucking gang.
Yeah.
A gang came and fucking gang shot her. Gang killed her, nigga. Extermination style.
Yeah.
So, man, what happened to that lady is just heartbreaking. Unacceptable. And we need to do things about this shit as a people. Black people need to band together, and they need to put a stop to all of this type of shit. There needs to be an uproar. There needs to be, I don't know, it might need to be some radical motherfuckers that come out there and just get to cutting. You feel what I mean? With them choppers. Like, we sit and we kill each other every day, and we can ride down on the ops and shit, but cops are just fucking killing us left and right for no fucking reason. Where's the uproar? Where's her son at? If this would have been, if they would have killed his homeboy, I mean, let's take it off of his son. Because, you know, I seen his testimony, and they wouldn't even tell him who really shot her. They would just say, you know what I mean? They just said that she was shot in the face, but they didn't tell her that it was the police, you know. But anyway, let's take it off of her. Like, your homeboy can get gunned down or whatever, and you're ready and willing to ride on the ops. But these cops are killing people in cold blood, and nothing happens to them. Why are y'all so scared? Your ops have guns too. Why are you so scared to
my thing is, I think
if
her son was there or showed up and seen those cops do that to his mother, he probably would have did something. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not encouraging it, but in a situation like that, you just shot my mother in the face, bro. You shot my mother dead after she called y'all for a welfare check because she was scared. That means from the moment she called the cops until the moment she died, she was fucking afraid, bro. You know what I mean? And that to me is sick. It's unacceptable in terms of law enforcement. It's unacceptable in even just as a human thing. That's not even a law enforcement thing. That's a human thing. When someone is scared, you don't go and try to make them more fucking scared. So I really want to end it here, because I feel like nothing else is
R.I.P. to that lady.
Worth saying. So
R.I.P. to her. What's her name again?
Sonya Massey from Chicago, Illinois.
R.I.P. to Miss Sonya. That's terrible, man. We need to do some things about this.
A horrible predicament to be in. And we sending our prayers, our condolences.
So prayers, condolences, and you know, hopefully we can make this end, and we can make this happen less, bro, because that's just sad. But anyway, man, if you done made it to this far in the stream, we really thank y'all, man. You just finished watching another episode of the Man What Podcast. It's your boy BP Untamed. Yeah. With my boy, Khalil Jamal. It go down every time we touch the mic, man. We want to thank y'all for watching. Y'all make sure y'all comment, and subscribe. Y'all go ahead and add us on all of our social medias everywhere at Man What Podcast. And if you made it this far in the video, click on the left or the right now on one of these videos to continue your Man What journey. We drop 2 times a week. This is Gam's favorite podcast. Make sure y'all throw us on that big screen when you watching. And
the big one.
Stay safe.
Yes, sir.
Stay blessed.
Love y'all.
We love y'all. We out.
Peace.